This character hoped to make a coat out of 101 Dalmatians.
Correct. Pick again.
When bad guys Jared Leto and Dwight YOAKAM invade her house, Jodie Foster holds up in this title place.
What is the panic room?
Yes! Your choice, player 2.
Spaceflight for 200.
In 1959, the Russian probe Luna 1 came within about 4,000 miles of this body, and Luna 2 hit it.
What is the moon?
Right. Okay, player 3.
Spaceflight for 400.
The U.S. launched its first satellite in 1958, while the second in the Soviet program was orbiting.
Well done, yes. Player 1, you choose.
In the early 1970s, Pioneer 10 and 11 slipped through this belt to reach Jupiter.
What is the asteroid belt?
Definitely. If you would, player 3.
Let's try spaceflight for 800.
Gordon Cooper was the last astronaut launched in this first U.S. manned space program.
Regrettably, no.
What is the Mercury program?
Right you are. Player 2, you choose.
Spouse in common for 200.
This superstar is the spouse in common to Sean Penn and Guy Ritchie.
Correct. Player 1, it's your turn.
The 1960s rocket that shared its name with this planet only went as far as Earth's moon.
Here's the clue.
What is Saturn?
Hey, you got it. Player 3, your turn.
Television for 200.
In the pilot of Seinfeld, Jerry lived across the hall from Hoffman, not this Michael Richards character.
Exactly. Player 1, your turn.
A ring forged by Sauron, the Dark Lord, sets Frodo on a journey in this first film in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
What is the Fellowship of the Ring?
You bet. Player 2, your turn.
Movie villains for a grand.
Bruce Willis squares off against terrorists led by Alan Rickman in this 1988 blockbuster.
Definitely. Player 1, what'll it be now?
She was the movie star character on Gilligan's Island.
Who is Ginger Grant?
That's it exactly. Player 3, it's your turn.
Television for 600.
In 1997, this medical drama series season premiere drew 43 million viewers to NBC.
That's it. Player one, what'll it be now?
During 27 years of on-the-road reports, this news reporter had 5 motorhomes.
Who is Charles Kuralt?
That's it. Player three, your turn.
Television for 800.
TV sleuths Joe MANNIX and Ben Matlock have made guest appearances on this Dick Van Dyke murder series.
What is diagnosis murder?
Yes. Player two, what'll it be?
Bottoms up for 200.
This type of boat lets you view undersea life while keeping your feet dry.
What are U-boats?
Good guess, but no. Take a look. Here's the right response.
Miscellany for 200.
A famous symbol of the Pinkerton Detective Agency is an eye and the slogan, "We never do this."
This is what we wanted. Player two, you're still up.
Spouse in common for 400.
Sonny Bono and Greg ALLMAN were both married to this singer.
Correct. Player one, it's your turn.
Amy Irving and Kate Capshaw have both made trips down the aisle with this director.
Who is Steven Spielberg?
Correct. It's your turn, player three.
Spouse in common for 800.
Answer, the Daily Double.
Player three, could we have your wager now? Okay, here's the clue.
Mimi Rogers and Nicole Kidman were formerly married to this actor.
Who is Tom Cruise?
Right, pick again.
Spouse in common for 1,000.
This actress, who's in a league of her own, has said "I do" to Jeff Goldblum and Rennie Harlan.
That's it. Player one, your turn.
It's your net profit or loss as shown on an income statement.
Right you are.
This 60s TV series was set aboard the Seaview, an atomic sub built by Harriman Nelson.
What is Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea?
Correct. Player two, you choose.
Bottoms up for 800.
Miners first adapted this term for a hard place to mean as low as one can get.
Right. Player one, your...
Contradicting its foreboding name, this feature of Mammoth Cave is only 105 feet deep.
What is the bottomless pit?
Yes. It's your turn, player three.
Miscellany for 400.
Of 1948, 1988, or 1998, the year the Summer Olympics were held in Seoul.
Yes. Player 1, you choose.
Leap day date.
What is February 29th?
Well done, yes. Player 2, what'll it be?
Miscellany for 600, Alex.
A dough party would be the female equivalent of this boisterous bachelor bash.
Exactly. And in this round, our final answer...
It's the substance that Apocalypse Now's Robert Duvall loves the smell of in the morning.
That's it exactly. All right, that brings us to the end of the Jeopardy round. Let's see how our players are doing. You're number 1, Player 1. Congratulations. Let's move on to Double Jeopardy. There are 2 daily doubles for you on this board, so let's get started. Here are the categories for the Double Jeopardy round. State capitals. Letter to add. Food and drink. President's monograms. Those dreaded story problems. The last category is the X-Files. Off we go, Player 2.
Letter to add for 400.
Add this letter to make ink red, or at least a shade of it.
That's it. Player 1, your turn.
Add this letter to turn ire into something else that burns.
Right. Pick again.
Add this letter to lack to get what a taut rope lacks.
Correct.
Add this letter to turn all into a place to buy all things.
Right.
Add this letter to rook to get someone who might rook you.
Right. Pick again.
From 1701 to 1875, New Haven and this city were twin capitals of Connecticut. Today, it's the only one.
That is incorrect.
What is Bridgeport?
Ooh, sorry.
What is Hartford?
Exactly. Okay, Player 3.
State capitals for 400.
A statue of King Kamehameha I stands guard outside the Judiciary Building in this capital city.
This is the correct question.
Food and drink for 400.
This cereal company has introduced Cocoa Frosted Flakes.
That's correct. Player 1, what'll it be now?
The Capitol building in this city was designed by Thomas Jefferson.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. Anybody?
What is Richmond?
Right. Player 2, it's your turn.
President's monograms for 400.
RMN.
Ooh, sorry.
Who was Nixon?
Correct. All right, player 3, what'll it be?
President's monograms for 800.
DDE.
Who was Dwight David Eisenhower?
Very good.
Give me President's monograms for 1200.
RWR.
Yes! Player 1, your turn.
HCH.
Very good. You pick again.
JKP.
Who was Polk?
That's correct. Player 2, your turn.
The X-Files for 400.
From 1987 until 1990, he was the top gun in Mimi Rogers' life.
Who is Tom Cruise?
Exactly. Player 3, it's your turn.
The X-Files for 800.
She spent 13 years as the Donald's wife, but just 22 months as Mrs. Riccardo Mazzucchelli.
Who is Melanie Griffith?
Good guess, but no.
Who is Ivana Zelnicek?
Correct.
The X-Files for 1200.
Answer, the Daily Double. Player 3, could we have your wager now? Okay, here's the clue.
Few recall that she played Frasier's first ex-wife on Cheers. Now she's Kenneth Branagh's ex.
Who is B.B. Newirth?
Regrettably, no. This is the correct question.
The X-Files for 1600.
Uma Thurman's mother, Nina, was married briefly to this LSD guru in the 1960s.
Here's what we were looking for.
Those dreaded story problems for 400.
A 20-count book of 32-cent stamps costs this much.
What is $6.40?
Correct. Pick again.
Those dreaded story problems for 800.
If Cowboy Bob has 3,200 feet of cattle in his herd, he has this many head.
That's it exactly. Player one.
Her love story with Robert Evans ended when she made a getaway with Steve McQueen.
Who is Ally McGraw?
That's right. Okay, player three.
Okay, those dreaded story problems for 1200.
It's the number of degrees the minute hand moves when going from 12 to 3.
Take a look. Here's the right response.
Food and drink for 800.
1997 marked the 100th anniversary of this company's condensed soup. That's good.
Very good. Player one, what'll it be now? Answer, the Daily Double. Player one, please make your wager now. Okay, here's the clue.
The French called a land formation La Petite Roche, thus giving this capital its name.
That is incorrect. This is what we wanted.
This state capital is in the Green Mountains, along the Winooski River.
What is Montpelier?
That's it exactly. Player two, your turn.
Food and drink for 1200.
Deer flesh, commonly known by this term, is so lean that experts advise inserting fat before cooking.
What is venison?
Right you are. Player 3, you choose.
Food and drink for 1,600.
This herb of the mint family, seen here, is often grouped in song with parsley, sage, and thyme.
Take a look at your monitor. Anybody?
What is rosemary?
That's it. Player 2, it's your turn.
Food and drink for $2,000.
Corned beef is hashed to make corned beef hash. These are hashed to make hash browns.
What are potatoes?
Very good. You pick again.
Those dreaded story problems for $1,600.
If Tom's picket fence used 3-inch wide pickets, he'd need this many edge to edge to cover a 12-foot length.
What are 48?
That's correct. The final answer on this board is...
If a dieting 2-ton elephant lost 10 pounds a week for a year, he'd weigh this much.
This is what we wanted. And that brings us to the end of the Double Jeopardy round. Let's take a quick look at the scores. Second place is yours, Player 1. It's Final Jeopardy time. Once I give you the category, you'll have a few seconds to decide on your wager. Languages. Go ahead, make your wager. Here is the Final Jeopardy answer.
The name of this African language comes from an Arabic word meaning of the coast.
Let's see if you got the right question. Your question, Player 3, was... Sorry, no. What did that cost you? Oh, no. Player 1, your question was... Right you are. And how much did you wager? Player 2, what was your question? Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Oh, sorry. Great effort, everyone. What a game. Our big winner, Player 1. Come back soon and play our game again. Bye.